Um. Okay, so this deck's gonna take a little bit to deck tech. So you might actually recognize the shell. This was a shell where we were trying to combo with Grinding Station, Double Mirror Retriever, in either Urza or Ballad of the Black Flag. Very convoluted combo, but when you have Crystal Skull, you just get to kind of churn through your entire deck. It's kind of like a Mystic Forge for historic cards. You can play historic spells and lands from the top of your library with Crystal Skull, which is most of your deck. You can't play the Sinks, you can't play the basic islands, but you can play Odawara, Aboro, Benamo, Urza Saga from the top, and you can't play the Metallic Rebukes. But besides that, you could play like 50 of your 60 cards somewhere in that range. Which lets you churn through the deck really effectively. It also taps for a blue mana, which is really fun. But with Grinding Station, as you're like playing Moxen and Baubles and stuff, if you do have a bad card at the top of your deck, you can like sack it to mill it away. And then when you get Urza in play, as you're playing a bunch of artifacts, you're going to make a bunch of extra mana. And then when you have Grinding Station with Urza in play, when you play an artifact, you can tap Grinding Station for a mana with Urza, and then use Grinding Station as a mana engine with Urza. This was something I was really excited for. Now, I think the deck got a lot better with Sewer-Valiance Camera, where this is a very innocuous artifact to some extent. It's a 1 mana blue artifact. When it enters or leaves the battlefield, you can tap or untap target creature. You spend 4 blue mana to sack this artifact and draw 2 cards. Now, the combo with this is convoluted as well. So the idea is that you're going to be looping it with Grinding Station and replaying it with Imri, and you can also you could spend a blue mana to cast the Sewer-Valiance, untap the Imri, sack it to Grinding Station, untap the Imri again. You use that next untap to make an extra mana with Mox Amber or Mox Opal, looping those with Imri, and then you replay it in your Grinding Station. Now that's the combo to win the game, and you also can kind of just do this all in one turn if you're. It's not too difficult to loop through your whole deck when you have Urza Crystal Skull still, right? And this will allow you to eventually find your skateboard to go off with Urza. Now, I was kind of thinking about playing one copy of Agatha's Soul Cauldron, so that you can just cauldron Imri's ability when you're digging. I don't know. I don't know how necessary it is. We'll see. It's also the case that you're just gonna be able to like naturally mill your opponent sometimes, get a big board, hold up rebuke, this kind of stuff. But we also have a couple copies of Does Machines. I don't understand the name of this class. I don't get it. Like many things in the set, I don't really get it. But it's a 2 mana enchantment. It enters, you mill 2, you draw 2, you discard 2. And then you can level 2 to return up to 2 artifact cards from your graveyard to your hand. And also at level 5, you get to start animating artifacts, turning them into 3/3s, which could be good against like card and stuff sometimes. So I didn't actually think this card was going to fit into this deck, but after building it, I think it does. It's like cool but rude. It's from the theme song. Okay, wait. Does Machines is it the theme song? I see. So let's go ahead and get into a league. I guess we're dropping from the league yesterday. If you missed yesterday's stream, Super Shredder was kind of a standout card. Super Shredder looked really good. I built a set.